Well, I was really excited about this year starting with a first features film, but does it deliver? Well, let's wait and watch. What's up, guys? Welcome to Nolly Goodfellow. I talk about Nollywood films here, and today I'm going to be talking about Katangari Goes to Town. This is out on Prime Video. This is a first features film. First features, if you don't know, is an initiative by Steve Gukas and Dotun Olakunri, where they give a platform to new directors to make movies. The story here is by Paul Rowlston, and it has been directed by Reuben. Reng. An eccentric retired detective, Katangari, is called to Abuja for his belated businessman cousin's will reading. But on reaching there, he gets to know that he's assigned a task to wear his hat of a detective again to find out who killed his cousin, Chief Bello Gyang. And now everyone's a suspect. The best part about this movie has to be the character of Katangari. He is a sharp-tongued, senile guy. He's quite an irritable character, and he's quite uninhibited when it comes to taunts. He doesn't think twice before running his mouth. And, the whole character of Katangari is probably one of the best things about the movie. Yeah, so once they've established his character and once he's in the house and the investigation starts, the movie dives into family equations and family equations that are centered around money. So, there are these financial interdependencies, there is need, there is greed, there is all of that. And all of that makes for pretty interesting, scenarios in the movie. On one hand, the movie is about getting to the bottom of the family dynamics and solving the murder. On the other hand, the film is also about this character of Katangari. And this case is sort of a redemption for him. And it's also another chance for him to do what he loves doing. Along the way, the movie has these interesting recurring devices. There are these peacocks in the mansion, and there is Django, which is what Katangari calls his gun. And these devices do keep coming up on and off. But the good thing is that all these tidbits are tied together. The screenplay is pretty tight. Now, talking about the suspense here, the whodunit here may not be out of the world. You may see it coming, but then the motive still keeps the movie interesting, and it makes up for, the suspense, I would say, or lack of it. But the problem in the movie is the pacing, and it occasionally does feel like a drag. And also thinking about some events in the movie. Now this is a spoiler-free review, so I can't get into the details. But thinking about certain events in the movie, I did have second thoughts or unanswered questions, let me put it that way. On a technical front, the cinematography, the sound design, the dialogues, the makeup, all of those leave no room for error. There is a bit of CGI, especially with the peacock, and that was mostly okay, but in some places it was a bit patchy. Now let's move on to performances. There were some really good performances. In fact, almost all of the performances were good, but let's move on to the main ones. Segun Arinze, well, this has to be his best performance that I've come across, at least. His makeup is good, and he looks and acts every bit like this senile, irritable, sarcastic man. And it's different from everything I've seen him do so far. And I think that this is a role he will be known for a long time from now. Ireti Doyle. Now, Ireti Doyle here is not very different from what we're used to seeing her as. But that being said, I would say that she's still very convincing as the victim's first wife. especially when she confronts the victim's second wife. She's the first wife, yeah. So when she confronts the second wife, and when everyone points fingers at her, how she gets so defensive, all those things are so on point. And like I said, all the other actors were also good, but I'll talk about one more actor who I felt did a really good job. Bethel Njoku. He plays this pastor with who is really questionable. Now, I haven't seen Bethel before this, or maybe I haven't noticed him, but here he is. He's very convincing. The diciness, the shame, the guilt, all of that is beautifully reflected in his performance here. And all in all, I would say that this is an enjoyable movie. It is not a thriller that will knock your socks off, but it definitely makes for a fun ride. Do check it out on Prime Video. That's it for this time. If you've seen the movie, do let me know your thoughts on it. Do let me know your thoughts on my thoughts on the movie. And do leave a comment or two. I always look forward to them. Do like and share the video. Do subscribe, as the drill goes. Until next time, this is me, Nollywood Fellow, saying bye.